The Weed of the Week is sponsored by the Enlist Weed Control System from Dow AgroSciences, a new herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate.
Your farm tells a story, one that continues with the decisions you make. Introducing the Enlist Weed Control System, an advanced herbicide and trait system that will build on glyphosate for exceptional control of tough weeds. The next chapter begins.
Our weed of the week is curly dock.
Well, it's a primary noxious weed, and that is a big issue, Brian. We have to control it by law because this can spread and it can just take over an area. A lot of times we see where it's wet, we'll have some curly dock in there, and certainly where we don't have a good stand, whether it's in our pasture, in a crop, in rangeland, wherever, this is where we see curly dock getting started.
Yeah, so that's not too tough. We've got to make sure that we're doing everything we can to raise a great crop anywhere and hopefully choke out this curly dock. And the other thing is have good drainage. Get some tile in those areas of the field. That should solve your problem in a lot of cases.
Okay, so if you do have some curly dock out there, chances are it's probably in an area that you aren't tilling. So we're looking at rangeland, pasture land, that kind of thing. A strong rate of 2,4-D does a nice job knocking it back, but it does have a pretty extensive root system. So you're going to have to come back a couple of times throughout the year, or you can switch to something like a Tordon type product. You're going to get even a little bit more activity, a little more root activity, but it's still probably not going to take it out in one shot. If we're out in crop ground, a very high rate of Roundup is the best thing you can do. So right before you plant the crop and before you've done any tillage, smoke that curly dock right at that point. Otherwise, if you get to the fall and you're still seeing some curly dock in areas, don't till the areas up. Just get them sprayed with Roundup and do a nice job on curly dock.
Well, that's it for our weed of the week, curly dock, but stay tuned. Iron Talk is coming up next.